Hello YouTube, Light of Zama here, and I'm doing something slightly different than normal. There's actually two things I'm doing differently. Number one, this is a Shogun avatar versus Shogun avatar, not Fall of the Samurai. So this is classic Shogun. I have not casted this kind of stuff for a long time, except unless you count the grudge match that I'm doing, but I don't count that. This was replay submitted to me by General Hiroshima of Gerudo, a former clanmate. He asked me to cast this match. It's against Pastel, or Belle, as she is better known. She was one of the co-creators of the TWCC forum and is one of the moderators. And is a pretty decent Shogun 2 and is famous for liking a lot of bow cav and a very unique playstyle. I guess you could, yep, unique playstyle. Just kind of fooling around, playing with some interesting units, and you will see interesting units in this game, I must say. Stuff that you don't typically see. But we're going to put this into play. And just a couple of points to point out. Number one, this is a very kitey game, so for about the first couple of minutes, it's just going to be each other running around, avoiding each other. And the reason being is this here. Where is it? Where is it hiding? This bow cavalry, Horsemen of Conquest. It is a level 8 bow cav. But I'm surprised it doesn't have extended range, because I know she likes to use those a lot. And there's a melee general. So, that, number one, melee general. You don't see those a lot. Number two, bow cavalry. You don't see a lot of that. And you don't see a lot of unupgraded Naginata samurai. And you don't see like one a sword attendant typically. And you don't see 13 men in a light cavalry. That is 6 chevrons. I almost said 6 chevrons. That would have been retarded. So right now Hiroshima is just kind of reforming, and Pastel's doing the smart thing. She's shooting at the monks. This is actually really bad for Hiroshima because he brought no bow units. His only ranged unit is Matchlock Samurai, and he has an extremely vulnerable army to missiles. He's got monks and Nodachis as his core. He has monk cav and 1 great guard. And he's got a Yarashigaru in the back, 2 Matchlock Samurai, and then some attendants. Me, personally, I would have not used a Yariash. I would have used a couple of attendants, but that's often personal preference. He's using this light cav to its to good effect, chasing around this bow cav, just kind of keeping it from doing too much damage. Each of them have light cav, so basically this is here to counter any kind of bow cav, mano gunners, that sort of thing. Because they're so fast, they can catch the bow cav. You either have to use Yari Cav. Honestly, Fall of the Samurai has corrupted me. I can't even remember the names of the Yari Cav in this game. Like, it's just ridiculous. So a bit of kiting back and forth. And this is going to be like this for a bit, so I'm going to take this time to just put some announcements up. Number one, I've created a second channel. I've been spamming that link everywhere, so subscribe, please. It would be really nice to know if this is a worthy venture, or if I should just keep it on one channel. This is kind of a test. I'm not totally sure if I'm going to keep it on a second channel. I probably will, just because I have some videos uploaded on there. Some Star Wars Battlefront, and here he throws away a light cav for a worthless cause. Well, not entirely worthless. He does get a few kills on the bow cav. But yes, make sure to check that out. If you don't like that sort of thing, that's fine. You don't need to subscribe. There's no pressure. You can just keep watching this, because, I mean, you're watching this already. So yeah, actually, I've been trying to figure out what kind of Let's Plays I want to put on this channel. And a couple games that I've thought of include Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I am playing, the multiplayer version, because single player, I might do some single player, I'm not sure yet. But that's one game. Another game is Hearts of Iron 3. I'm thinking about buying the game because I've heard a lot about it as a good real-time strategy game. But when I watched it, I found watching it kind of boring. And I don't want to give you boring footage. That I don't want to do. So what I was thinking is, if you'd be maybe willing to put down a comment of a game you'd like me to see, or like to see me play. 2 games that I will play, pretty much guaranteed, are Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which is actually kind of a creepy game. It's a very odd game for Zelda. So it's a unique game for Zelda. It was kind of like Ocarina of Time. I think it was the game after Ocarina, and yeah, it is exactly because the storyline ties in. And the graphics are virtually the same. The combat system is virtually the same, so not much has changed. That one and another one, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, which was for the GameCube and had also a very unique look to it. It had cell-shaded graphics. And over here we see some Katana Cavalry pop out and attack this Monk Cav, and there's a Katana Cav over here coming around to crush it, and Katana Hero. So there's a couple of units you don't see a lot, except for the Katana Cav, but Katana Hero with 5 chevrons, you do not see that ever. So that's another one of the unique units that you see, and there's a Waka Raider in here with the 0 chevrons. So anyway, Wind Waker, yes, it was quite a unique game, very, very different, and both games take place in very different worlds, and here Pastel's going to lose a Bow Cavalry, and she reacts at like literally the last absolute second that she could, but now she's going to do the smart thing. She's going to pull this Bow Cav in and tie up this Great Guard and Monk Cav, so that they cannot get the charge, and all these units are going to charge in with the melee general coming up behind. Bonsai'd. And all these units he's going to evacuate them as best he can. And, okay, I want to pause this right now. I'm going to point out something very essential that probably could have changed the course of this battle. I'm not going to say who wins because it would be rather unfortunate. Right here, Pastel is going after these 2 Cav units. I would say they're legitimately dead. They cannot survive this. They will not get out unscathed. For sure one of them is going to die. Now, if you look at the setup here, there's 2 Katana Cav in the back. There's an army that's here. She's kiting. And this Cav force is coming around this flank here. Now, if you look at this way above, I'm going to point out something very, very essential. Look at this nice little area of attack. Now, if Pastel stops right here, kills this Cav, she can basically go bang, 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 and bang, and slam. That will legitimately destroy this army because it is surrounded, absolutely and totally surrounded. There's no way he has enough spears to be able to keep all that Cav out from his back lines. And this Katana Hero will provide some inspiration if she uses it correctly, and these Waka Raiders will give them also a little bit of support. This Light Cavalry can do something. I don't know what it's there for exactly, but this is very, very, very crucial. In my opinion, if she doesn't attack here, she loses the battle. That is my opinion. But there are other ways to approach it, but the way it's going to end up is very interesting. So we're going to keep on going, and I'm losing frame rates, which is very, very frustrating, and now I'm back up to 40. So thank you very much, Fraps, for trolling me a little bit there. So some of these Cav units are still running away. There's going to be a nice little crunch. See, right here is when it becomes crucial. Okay, watch it a little bit. Okay, he's moving his army. Right here. This is where it becomes important. As he's moving, Pastel should basically do this. Turn around and attack. Send these Cav units to destroy these, tie them all up, kill them, and just rush your Cav down at all angles. Just go on a full-on absolute hammer and anvil. Like, this would be the super hammer and anvil. So right here is a super important part. Now, these matchlocks are very important as well, because they're going to turn the tide of this battle, if unchecked. If there's no Cav into them, if they do not die, if they get off good shots, Pastel's army is dead. They do not have the morale. They just don't. Having a melee general really, really screws that. And Fraps is absolutely trolling me. It's been doing this a lot lately, and it's actually very frustrating. It goes down to like 1 frame rate. So we're not even going to move, we're just going to look at this screen. So, at this point, Pastel has very little morale. So she has to use this cav effectively. That's the whole core of using a melee general, is your cav. You need high morale, something like a hold firm, a hero unit, or like something like a Testubo monk. Something along that line, and then to cav, just swarm over your opponent. If their opponent's micro is good, though, this strategy is going to die miserably. And if they have bad micro, they're gonna get crushed because they just won't be able to have their units in the right positions. So here we're just gonna move up a little bit more because I don't want to drop frame rate, so I'm not gonna go down. Now I'm just gonna quickly point out one other thing. Not about this battle, but about my announcements. With those games, please post some comments on my channel page or on this video telling me what type of a game you would like to see in my Let's Plays. Now, I will be selective because I am limited. I'm not really too willing to purchase a bunch of games, but just give me some suggestions. I'll take them into account and we'll see what I do. But I think pretty much any option is fine, so long as it's a Let's Play that you think would be interesting to see or that you would like to see. But I will be doing Legend of Zelda stuff. If you hate that, well, that's too bad. I love Legend of Zelda, and I've always wanted to do a playthrough of some of these games. They're very long games, which can be tedious, but still tons of fun. And I'll keep on putting up some Star Wars Battlefront stuff. And I'm going to be doing Mountain Blade Warband. Yes, I don't want to forget that. I'm going to be doing line battles soon. I'm hoping to very shortly, and I need to practice because I suck miserably. And I've only played some of the Napoleonic ones, so I have no idea the mechanics of Mountain Blade. Apparently they're not too different, but still very important to note. So yeah, post some comments in the channel or on this video telling me what kind of games you would like. And what I'll probably try and do as well is I'll put out one. I'm probably going to do Majora's Mask first. I'm going to probably post up one of those videos, and then when I post it up, I would like it if you guys would thumb it up if you want to see more, just so that I know what you guys want to see, because this uploading content is for you guys to enjoy and just enjoy. That's the whole idea. It's for your entertainment and for your pleasure. So please comment of a game you'd like to see. Simple as that. And if Heart of the Swarm comes out really shortly, actually if it comes out at all, I'm going to be doing so much footage of that I'll just explode. I'm so excited about that game. I cannot wait. So, on with this game, and that's the end of my rant. So, hope you enjoyed. So, as I said, here's the crucial moment. Pastel, right at this moment, should be turning around and attacking with all units. But she's not. She is still kiting, pulling back when Hiroshima is dreadfully out of formation. And one of these cav units will escape because she stopped attacking. Now, these are very important things. I'm not bashing either player. I'm not bashing either player in any way. Neither of them are any less skilled. These are just my opinions, and I think would have changed the course of the battle. But to see the end of the battle, we must continue. Ooh, very profound. Oh, that was lame. Anyway, lameness aside, so Pastel's still kiting. Hiroshima will just follow forward. He's kind of putting himself in a really bad spot because he's basically and utterly surrounded. If you look here, if you look at the mini-map even, you're completely surrounded. But he would have been even more surrounded if she had attacked here. And here she's actually limited on flanking, and flanking is also extremely important with this army. You have to do morale damage to this army so hard. Killing the general, flanking, cav charges in the rear, hammer and anvils, that is what you have to do with this type of an army. If you don't do that, you're gonna lose. Every time. And I'm well aware of this because I've lost many times because of that. And now Pastel is gonna commit to the attack. And I'm dropping frame rates again. Curse you! Man, I hate fraps for this. Anyway, we're gonna commit to the attack. It's probably because they were all spam clicking. So here we go, the Nadachi's going first. This is good tactics by Hiroshima, sending in the attendants to tie up the units while he charges his Nadachi in. Now his reaction time's a little slow on this, covering this attack by the light cav, but it's only a little light cav, but here comes the meat. Here comes a cav charge from Hiroshima, and he's going to put this Yariash in spear wall to guard his general, and here he's going to lose one of his matchlocks, but the other one's going to open fire over here. And this cav is actually going to slip around and just charge into this matchlock. Very, very good micro. That's exactly what you have to do with this kind of army. And right here, I would basically want to go around here like this, or feint with this one, and then charge in with this one. Well, what she's going to do is also quite good, but it ends up really just not doing anything. She stops right here, which is also very shocking. And then she just goes full into the general. And what I was surprised by is how much penetration it got. I think Hiroshima spread out his Yariash too much. And this Katana hero is committed to the fight a little bit late. And as you can see, Pastel's main infantry corps is starting to waver and crumble. The Walker Raiders are still in the fight. There's this Katana cav that's still fighting. This Katana hero is still alive. But pretty much other than that, her general is still alive. But now this thing is this is where the match will come into effect. They're gonna basically turn around and shoot the crap out of this general. And Hiroshima still has like a full monk. And why do I keep getting very angry at fraps? But I can piece this all together, so it should be alright. But it just makes for poor quality. So some units have come back from routing, and as I said, shoots the crap out of the general and the Katana hero, and everything's gonna rout. She fought to the last, and it was ended up being very close. And as you can see, what I say is true. If she attacked here, things would have been different, in my opinion. I think she could have won. She had so much cav that she could have surrounded him even more thoroughly this way if she had attacked yet. Flanking is essential. I cannot emphasize that enough. Flanking and cav charges. It would have even been nice if she had some kind of matchlock to do additional damage, because her units just didn't kill enough. But that is the conclusion of that battle, and I'm going to show you the results screen as soon as I can, as soon as this hero routes. Yeah, there we go, routes. I'm so glad that CA fixed replays and added that result screen in the end. It's so handy, I've got to say, so handy. So we are going to head to the results screen, and I will show you the results when I come back. Welcome back to the results screen, YouTube. Here is Hiroshima's stats. He deployed 1,575 and lost 1,000, rounded plus 1, 1,000 plus 1. And he killed 963. Pastel deployed 1,219 and lost 965 and killed 981. As you can see, look how close this is. In my opinion, there's only two things that were different about this. Hiroshima managed to kill a lot of the cav efficiently, and Pastel's morale was crap because she had a melee general. That is the defining factor. They just couldn't kill anything. I bet you if we look at the stats here, yeah, look at that. Most of his units were spear units that got the most kills. And look here, her cav were the ones that got the kills. Like, if you look at this, look at how bad these units did. They didn't kill anything. It was all the cav. And she attacked in the wrong position. Her army was designed for an hammer. The hammer is the cav, the anvil is the Naginata samurai. That is how those strategies work, and unfortunately that didn't work. And anybody that takes my ranting as bashing, well, it's not bashing. I'm merely adamantly pointing out this, okay? That's all I'm doing. But anyway, good game to both players. They're both quite good. It was a good match to cast. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Especially when I get to rant. Ranting is fun. So is spamming. See you later, YouTube.